Hey, hello Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well. Well, there's a little bit of football. It's not very new football. It's about 50 years old, but let's get stuck into it, eh? I'll come over to the chat in a minute. Is the chat on? Just very quiet. It's just very quiet, that's all right. This will give you time to get your fingers stretched. Ooh. Well, you probably all know this. I've done a video earlier today with some of this, so I'll keep it quick. Sonny's on his way back. Might well be in the squad when we smash Brighton 5 or 10-0, 15-0. I don't know what it'll be. It's going to be a drubbing. Bit of a shame. I feel a bit sort of sad for Sonny. Really, he seemed quite devastated. Well, not that's a bit extreme, isn't it? But a bit disheartened after getting beaten by Jordan 2-0. Better luck next time, son. Unfortunately, none of our lads came away with trophies, which bit of a shame. They're all coming back eventually. I think we could have survived another week for the sake of Sonny getting a big trophy and a big medal, but not to be. What else is there? It's just a load of old crap, isn't there, really? But seeing as all the football results are in 2 days ago, or yesterday maybe, what's today? Is it Wednesday? So there was a match yesterday. All right, well, it's never too late for the classified results. English League Division 1. Arsenal 3. Liverpool 1. Bournemouth 1. Nottingham Forest 1. Brentford 1. Manchester City 3. Brighton and Hove Albion 4. Crystal Palace 1. Burnley 2. Fulham 2. Chelsea 2. Wolverhampton Wanderers 4. Everton 2. Tottenham Hotspur 2. Manchester United 3. West Ham United 0. Newcastle United 4. Luton Town 4. Sheffield United 0. Aston Villa 5. So you got to. The voice goes higher the number of goals. I've watched how they do it. Anyway, there's the results. Anyway, there's enough of that. That'll do for that. Hello. All right. Just thought I'd do a quick stream as usual. Quick stream. Nothing really going on, is there? Nothing going on midweek. We're 7 points off the top through not an outstanding performance, but we've closed the gap. Closed the gap down to 7. I mean, who's Liverpool got this weekend? Who's Liverpool got this weekend? It's probably like Burnley or something, isn't it? It's going to be... What have we got? Oh, it is Burnley. Oh, well. I don't know if we'll be doing much gap closing. The gap is still going to be well and truly akimbo, unfortunately. But, oh, well. We'll see how high up the table we can get this season. It's not over yet. And, there's always time for surprises. There's plenty of time for some good football. That's the main thing. What I'm looking forward to. Because... do that with the camera. Because we've got the band back together again, haven't we? They're all back. So I'm hoping things really kick on now. We'll see how we go. Anyway, let's have a look at the chat here. There's Adrian Cheer's been very patiently waiting in the wings. Well, that's set up right. Yeah, I have. Good. Adrian Cheer, big up Paul, big up Adrian. Nice to see you, man. Adrian Cheer, I'm gravitating towards your channel. Because what are you saying? I'm so massive. I've got a gravitational field. I find that very hard to believe. Because I find it incredibly hard to stomach when other Spurs fans on YouTube are questioning Ange's lack of game management when we're in the lead. I know, man. See, the way I'm thinking about this, like, say if you're 1-0 up in a game, and say you go 2-0 up at 65 minutes. So the way you've been playing has got you a 2-goal lead. It doesn't make sense to me to then go, all right, lads, let's see if we can see this one out. You're changing your style of play. The other team, it might suit them. You know, suit it like I reckon that sort of thing would suit Everton because they're very good at the long ball. Just ball after ball into the penalty box. You give them an opening, don't you? So now game management, man. You should hear Steve Perryman talk about it. He is not a fan of game management. When he was on the stream, he said no manager ever told him or any other player to run to the corner flag and wind the clock down. I think it's a thing in the modern game. You're ripping fans off as well, aren't you? Because you're paying for at least a 90-minute game and you're seeing 60 minutes. It's not right. It's not right. And commentators never say when it doesn't work. They always say, oh, you should do it, but then you see a team do it. To give you some examples, my friends, to give you some examples of the teams this year that have tried it against us. Sheffield United, Luton Town, Everton, Brentford a little bit. Yeah, Brentford a lot, actually. Brentford a lot. Maybe Everton not so much. But how about this? Liverpool. Liverpool tried it. Down to 9 men. We'll just stay around their own 18-yard box. And what did they get? Nil point. But do you hear the commentator saying, oh, well, you know, Liverpool were trying to park the bus there. That's a bad tactic. It didn't work. No. It's just the unquestioned orthodoxy in a moment, or midge or something, that says that that's the way you play football. It's insanity, man. Insanity. But, you know, everyone's got their opinion, Adrian. Everyone's got their opinion. The Spurs fan base is a wide old church, but I'm just kind of enjoying being a Tottenham fan at the moment. That's what it comes down to. And I know some people get bogged down in the whole ownership and Levy and all that, and I just don't like any rich people. So I don't like them. I don't like any rich people. But I think sometimes you've got to focus on the football, which is what people are saying Levy should do. You know, Levy should remember it's a football club. Well, I think some fans need to remember we're a football club as well. But you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, man. Just, I don't have to listen to it, that's all. Daniel Sandoval! Good morning, Spurs. Good morning, Spurs. God, the brain's going. Morning. It is, by the way, 8:32 p.m. I don't know how long I'll do this for, because I'm a bit tired. But I just wanted to do the football results, because I haven't done them for a couple of weeks. So sometimes I get a bee in my bonnet and I feel like doing something. Good morning, one love, come on you Spurs. That's the way, Daniel, that's the way. And Adrian Chair, sealing up my retirement or my dream to get out of the Uber and sit in front of this thing a bit more. Some fans want us to game manage and protect our lead. No, man. What was another example? I guess when we played Burnley, that was an example of us not game managing. So I think in that one, 3-0 up? 3-0 up. Instead of the parking the bus, what do? We score 2 more goals. Burnley score 2, but we win the game 5-2. Perfect. Entertaining for everyone. Entertaining for everyone. Even the Burnley fans maybe thought they get their ass kicked. But it was a great game. I'd much rather see a 5-4 game than a 1-0. Thanks for the super chat, man. Oops. Comments are flying in thick and fast now. Legacy 11. Big up Paul from Adelaide. City of Churches. I used to have to work down there now and then. I used to stay in Glenelg. Joe Gaucho, the Adelaide goalkeeper, signed for Aston Villa. Is that right? Wow, okay. Oh, fair play to him. Fair play to him. I was having a chat with a mate of mine earlier about the state of football in Australia. And it's... I suppose the performance at the Asian Cup, I don't think there's anything down to Graham Arnold or even the players, really. Football in this country is really in a bit of a sorry state at the moment. You've got situations where, you know, even to play at a junior level, it costs hundreds of dollars for kids to play football. And the problem that the coaches are having is that when you get these entitled kids and parents that think, well, I've paid my money, little Josh or Tarquin or Imogen, they should be in the team. No. So the coaches are getting a load more grief, and all that money is just going to try and prop up the A-League and all the suits, they're all getting their salaries. And it's a dog's breakfast at the moment. The government doesn't put its hand in its pocket for football at all, so it relies on the grassroots support. And really, the A-League is not very interesting. I'm looking forward to next year when the national hopefully next year the national second division comes back or comes around, because then we'll have the historic clubs, the clubs that people didn't like the names of. Oh, you're not going to attract Mr. Sydney Boys High School with a name like Sydney Olympic or St George Budapest or RPA Leichhardt or anything like that. But that's where the support for the game was. So those teams are coming back, and as soon as they get a bit of promotion relegation happening, I think that will make the game more popular, or revive a bit of interest in it. But at the moment, Football Australia are a bunch of clowns, absolute clowns. How can you bugger up football? Well, I mean, jeez, VAR. Ronald M, we've got a Ronnie in. Member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Memberships and super chats are available. Hello, Sailor. Hello, hippies. Sonny coming home. Sweet as a nut. Yeah, good. It'll be good. We're all back. And I think it might take a game or two to, get up to where we were. But and that's fine. But we'll get there. Kim62, another member of the commune. Good morning, evening, Paul. The one Hotspur Hippie on the internet. There's only one. I hope there's not another. I enjoy listening to your views. Don't agree with it all. But that's fine, because you can agree to disagree. That's it. It's only talking rubbish about football at the end of it. It's not, nothing is being decided here. Nothing at all. I'm well, man. I hope you're well too. Daniel E. 8 goals conceded in 90 minutes. Who's this? What? 8 goals conceded in 90 minutes. Who's this? What are we talking about here? I don't understand. Needs better game management. I get people like the rock and roll football, but if you actually want this team to have success, we need to find a way to see out games. I think you're talking something that I don't agree with, Daniel. I don't agree with that one bit at all. The way you learn how to play football is by playing football. If you're going to go out and not play football for a third of a game or whatever, that's practice time you're losing out on. Seeing out a game, you make it, this is the thing that I was talking about. When people say seeing out a game, like there is some foolproof way you do that. Whereas I prefer the Tottenham Hotspur approach. It's not just the Ange Postecoglou approach. This is the way we used to always bloody play. If you're 2-0 up, the best way to see a game out is to go 3-0 up. Or whatever, Remember, if you want to get to 5-0, you've got to go through 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. You can't just go straight to 5-0. You have to keep pushing. So I know I know a load of people agree with you, Daniel. I'm, not so much into that, but there we go. We can agree to disagree. Future music. Morning, Paul. Good vibes to you all. Good vibes to you, man, too. Keep plugging away. Kim62. We're going in the right direction from where we was less than a year ago, man. God, it's probably the least fun I've had as a Spur supporter about a year ago. What were we facing a year ago? Oh, it was really... The whole Conte situation was really bubbling up, wasn't it? Because Eric Dyer had stopped playing. I can see he's playing for Bayern Munich. That will finish soon. He'll do his 6 good games and then go to shit. Unless they keep him not so comfortable there. Maybe he'll keep playing well until his loan spell, so they buy him permanently, put his feet up, have a bit of bratwurst and sauerkraut, and that's the end of that. What was I talking about? Don't know, man. We're going in the right direction. Let's go back to the comment. It might trigger me. From where we were. Yeah, that was it. Okay, yeah. So the Conte thing was boiling up. I kind of wanted him gone. I really... It was like after the World Cup. It just wasn't happening. It really wasn't at all. We'd regressed. We weren't improving. Daniel E., you think in the Premier League you don't need to see out games? Okay. No, I don't think it. I know it. It is a fact. You do not need to see out games in the Premier League to win, to get results. Absolute fact. That's football. There's nothing special about the Premier League. Football's football, man. Thaddeus, hi Paul and all. Paul, how did you enjoy Glenelg? The palindromic suburb, yeah, it is, yeah, by the sea. Yeah, why did I have to go there? There was a factory in Glenelg I used to do technical stuff at. Yeah, I liked it. I really liked it. It's probably changed now. It's probably like skyscrapers everywhere. But when I was there, it would have been bloody hell. Over probably 20, nearly pushing on for 25 years ago, man. Yeah, I thought I liked Adelaide in general. Actually, nice place. Kuva, back me up, man. You're going to back me up. All out attack, 100%. Yes, Kuva comes in. I give him the assist, as they call it now, and Kuva just power drives it in from. We'll give it the corner of the 18-yard box. Kuva banged it in, top bins, nice one. 100% of the time. If you can't see out a game by playing that way, yeah. Oh, I'm loving this. Then you just need to do it better. Okay, right. You've hit on a bloody point here, Kuva. You really have, man. Because I think this is what you've got me animated. This is, I think, what people are getting confused about. Like what happened against Everton. It wasn't that we weren't seeing out the game, or that you can't win a game by playing attacking football. It was that we were pretty crap. And if you're pretty crap. And I'm not slagging a team off here. I'm not saying there's any endemic problem. It's just not, it wasn't a great performance. It's an aberration. We'll be back. I'm not worried. Could happen. But when it just ain't happening, it doesn't matter what tactics you play. There's no safe thing for a team that ain't playing well to do. There just isn't. So you're bang on the money here, Kuva. If you're playing attacking football and you're not getting the results, then you ain't playing it right. You just aren't playing it right. And if you're not playing that right, you're not going to play some old corner flag or parking the bus shit right either. In fact, this is one of the things about the Conte. I mean, who knows what happened behind the scenes, but I don't think we really got to see what Conte football could be like at Spurs. We saw a bit of it at the end of the previous season when we were on that run to get top four. But last season, it was just nothing. And, I don't, that's not all on the manager. There's the players not doing what they're asked and not playing with technique or whatever. So, yeah, bang on money, Kuva. If you're not attacking right, yeah, well, if you're not doing anything right, you're going to lose a game. Total football 100% of the time, or die trying, and you've even put it in Latin. Oh, super animated. Aldoreus facere. There's one for you, Levy and Enoch. Aldoreus facere. Get rid of these dairies to do shit. I know you got a load of Dumbo rich people in the ground now, but the real fans, the real Tottenham Hotspur fans, went to the bloody trouble of Darius facere. I've got to find out more about that. What's that? Well, it's Latin for Darius to doing it. Now it's all duh. It's the same philosophy as when you go to an ATM. I don't know what it's like in England or the rest of the world, but they used to just say withdrawal. No, you can't have withdrawal now. It says get cash out. Get cash out. I'll get the cash out button. Fucking well, there's more in 24, man. There's more in 24. Afternoon, Paul. I think we're good on the left with Sonny back. Our right is our problem. So if it was me as a useless pundit, want to see Werner on there? Or at least we'll see him running at someone? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we've got options. You know, mate, it might be, but now we've got players back. It might be useful for Johnson to be rotated. I don't know. I'm not one of these people that are slagging Johnson off. I think he's doing all right. You know, sometimes it just takes a while for players to bed into a team. It just does. And I don't think he's been appalling. I think the last game or two where our midfield has been, I think that was a real problem with Everton, the Everton game, and also the Brentford. The midfield isn't quite, you know, clicking in a way. I mean, Johnson wasn't getting the ball, was he? And like Werner got it about 4 times, and 2 of those times it led to a goal. So, I mean, I'd have no problem with Johnson or Werner or whoever Ange picks. I'm just up for it, man. At least we'll see him running at someone. Speaking of running, you see Van der Ven clocked fastest player in the Premier League, over 37 kilometres an hour, which is, I don't know, 5 mile an hour. I've forgotten. I used to have to convert it all the time. Now I'm just thinking kilometres, bloody metric system. So that was good. That was good. Adrian Chia. There is another narrative that Ange is not. Oh, you're going to get me going on this one. I've done loads of videos about this, man. If you want to hear me drop a bollock about this, I mean, you could look at any of the videos I upload during the day when I'm out and about. Yeah, Ange is naive because he doesn't use the dark arts. Yeah, because Ange wants to play football. The game's called fucking football. So what do they do? What's all this other shit? I mean, Manchester City was shocking the other week. I'm not saying they didn't deserve to win or anything like that. But you just think, how confident can a team be? You know, Manchester City, apparently the best team in the world, that people love licking their arse, even though they're a bunch of dirty cheats, just like Chelsea. And you're 1-0 up. Okay, best team in the world. What's going to happen now? Oh, you're a bit scared to play football now, are you? You're just going to take your foot off the gas? It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Yeah, he doesn't use the dark arts. Well, not time wasting anyway. I bet there's shenanigans going somewhere, man, you know. There's always some shenanigans. Ronald M must go. Battery low. See you later. See you later, Ronald M. Thanks for popping by, man. Mark in. Oh, the start is... Okay, what was it? The stat of 8 goals in 90 plus minutes this season, but how long is injury time? Yeah, I don't know that... 8 goals in 90 minutes. When have we conceded 8 goals in 90 minutes? I'm not... No one's beaten us 8-0. I don't understand the stat. 8 goals in 90 plus minutes this season. Oh, right. Okay. Now I'm with it. 8 goals in injury time. That's what we're on about, isn't it? That's what we're on about. But how long is injury time? 10, 12 minutes, yeah. And only 3 of the games actually cost us points. Okay, that's good to know, man. To me, it needs to be the content of it. Yeah. I think that's quite elucidating, that. So you're saying in injury time, only 3... we've only buggered up points in 3 games out of 22. I mean, if you're going to lose a game, the other team's got to score at some stage, haven't they? Whether it's the first minute or the 90th minute or the 100th minute, don't matter, does it? Yeah, no. Actually cost us points. Interesting. Needs to be the content. Good point, Mark. I concur. Thanks for giving me a bit of ammo, man. Daniel Lee, okay, just wondering why Ange takes off a midfielder for an extra defender. That's trying to see out the game. No, that's just normal bloody football stuff, man. Normal bloody football. Where you're just changing the formation. That doesn't mean you're parking the bus or anything like that. It used to be a common thing. Take off an attacker, put on a defender, something like that. You know? Doesn't mean he's an out-and-out defender either. Just wondering why, yeah. Well, I hope I've answered your question. It's called football, Daniel. Football. I mean, when we put Dragoshin on, were we trying to see out the game? No, I don't think we were. I mean, we were crap, so it was hard to tell. But I'm sure we weren't trying to see out the game. We weren't, like against Brentford, we weren't parking the bus, were we? And Dragoshin came on at the end of that one. Came 6-2. Could be worse. We could be Chelsea. Ooh. I'm thinking of when I do my football daily thing. I won't do it again. Doing the league tables. I haven't done the graphic for it because back in the old days, TVs were so like crap but brilliant. None of this like digital signal cutout or streaming buffering. You got a picture. It might have been a bit sketchy, but you could make it out. But it was so bad, you couldn't put the whole of the first division on at one stage because it'd just be unreadable. So it was always top half and bottom half. And the reason I'm saying that, Kim62, is because Chelsea are in the bottom half. That's why, man. They're in meltdown, I know. It's glorious. What a bunch of cheats. Let's not forget, it took... Chelsea were always crap, right? And what did it take for Chelsea to become good? Well, only a Russian crook had to steal the entire aluminium resources of the largest geographical country on the planet, Russia. It stole it, paid like $1 for it when it should have been billions and billions, Then that money made Chelsea good. None of that money, Chelsea shit. Brilliant. What is going on? What goes around comes around. I love it. And I'm hoping, I'm hoping we're going to have some fun times for our fans, younger fans, younger than me anyway, that haven't seen us win much. And we might have a little purple patch, so they've got some good times to come. Whereas Chelsea, okay, you've had all that. You've become accustomed to it. Your taste buds, in your thug Tory brains have become, caviar, caviar, Dom Perignon, or whatever toffs eat, truffles, pineapple and cheese on a stick. And that's it. They're going to be eating cheesy Wotsits now. Fuck them. Every club has a cycle. Yeah, Kuva was well said. Was well said. He filled in the gaps for me. It was great. Yes. Side answer. Morning. Side answer 83. Morning, Paul. Morning, Si. We have too many bodies in the middle of the pitch on Saturday, and the last 15 minutes were very lazy getting the ball forward. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I saw that myself. What I saw was which is kind of similar. There is I noticed in the first half. Our off the ball, it wasn't that great, I don't think. When we had the ball, there was not a lot of movement going around from the rest of the players. There's a lot of standing around. So that's sort of lazy. I kind of get that. The last 15 minutes, maybe I was so bored by the end of it. But I definitely saw that in the first half. Too many bodies in the middle of the pitch. Maybe I don't know, man. But I think the reason for it is our midfield was out of balance, and I think it's going to be now we've got everyone back. It's going to find that balance again because I was thinking the first when we were on that run at the beginning of the season, we got the best team in the Premier League because we're top of the table, but the midfield was fantastic. So I think I don't think it's a major thing. That football's like that. Some little thing can go wrong. And it all cocks up. Sometimes you have loads of things cocking up and nothing goes wrong. It's weird, man. Lazy getting the ball forward. I think we're also a little bit off getting it forward as well. Like a lot of the balls to... Who was it I'm thinking of? I think it was Johnson on the right-hand side. Balls from there wasn't much coming from midfield. And when Udogie... was trying to play the ball to Johnson. It just wasn't getting there. It was being intercepted, or And also in the previous game, when Kulu was getting the ball, it was too much at his feet. So he didn't have enough time to turn and run or do anything. It's only fine margins. I'm not saying, oh, it's just fine margins, man. That's all. And even against Everton, to be fair to Spurs, we weren't playing that well, but you could see they were trying to be inventive. And I'm all for that, at least in some passages of play, they were trying the one-touch stuff. It was god-awful, But I'd rather see that than try that and get it wrong the odd game. Because it's all practice, isn't it? It's all practice. You're just going to improve. Evening, Paul and Hippie says, yes, sorry, and yes, man, always was and always shall be. You see a little comment that someone put on one of my videos today when he said, I disagree, Paul, that Australia is a racist country. And I thought, I'm tempted, man. But I just gave it the usual treatment. I give all comments because, as you should all know by now, I don't reply to comments. I can't be asked. Just gave it the thumbs up and the love heart. But someone else replied and said something. He says, yes, we are. And then the guy replied back and saying, look, we're a young country. And we're what? We're what? We're a young country, are we? So I broke my rule and I did reply to that and pointed out that maybe he's forgotten about the first 64,750 years. And I said, for some reason, quel mystère, le monde. Why? Why do people forget about the first nearly the first 65,000 years? I don't know, man. I can't put my finger on it, Asarian. I watch football to enjoy myself and feel inspired. Me too, man. Parking the bus is tedious, yeah. Uninspiring. And the furthest thing from football. Exactly, man. Exactly. But, especially for paying fans, you go there and, man, I was having real worries about Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last year because I'm thinking, the atmosphere is so dead. There's nothing going on. And it's not the stadium. It's that the fans had nothing to cheer about. You can only do so much. When you're faced with filth like that outrageously disgusting performance we put in against AC Milan, what are you going to do? But this year now, you can. I mean, I'm sure you can hear the crowd on the TV as well, Yasara, and I'm loving it, man. Away games, home games, the crowd's up for it because we're playing football. We're trying to play football. And I'm exactly the same, man. To enjoy myself, let's out a bit of emotion, highs and lows, all that sort of stuff. It's great. Harmless. Bit of harmless tribalism. No one's shooting each other. We're just kicking a ball about. Special occasions. It's interesting. What's the special? Is it all special occasions? Looks like, is that a load of cards in your... can't even see it. I'll look on my big screen. Boy, Paul, love the channel. Thank you very much, man. Keep it up. I will, as long as you'll watch it. Wow, look, there could be no one watching and I'll still do it because I'm having fun. Just the show's a bit like last 5 minutes instead of an hour because, Daniel E, we have conceded 8 goals in injury time this season. Meaning that's all I'm saying. Well, as Mark M pointed out, it's only affected 3 games, isn't it? 3 games out of 22. Sometimes you lose a game. Sometimes you draw a game. Does it really matter what minute the equaliser or winner for the opposition comes in? I don't know. But Daniel, if you want to watch boring, pragmatic football, start a campaign to get Conte or Mourinho back because that's what we had. If you want more of that, let's go back to that, man. That's what you want. Thaddeus, the naive tag is naivety itself. That's quite an interesting point, man. You're right. I've never thought of it that way. Yeah, because by saying naive, you're showing that you don't know what Ange is doing. I'll keep that one in the memory bank. Thank you, Thaddeus. I think you've made the point before that it is really a euphemism for calling Ange stupid. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, which is, you know, what does he know about football? Who is this guy? Which some may consider is stupidity itself. I would be one of those. I would consider it stupidity as well, man. Peace and love, man. Yeah, I like that. All right, I do have good chats in here. It's always good, man. Always good. Side answer. Apparently, Potch is having a crisis meeting this morning. Oh, no. Oh, is he? Ah. Who's they going to replace him with? Is it going to be Mourinho? Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. He's done his job, though, and he's fucked them up. Ben Blackman, nice shirt, Paul. I don't often wear shirts, man. You can tell I'm getting near near the bottom of the clean pile of clothes. Yes, that's right. I operate a pile system. What's the point of folding everything up and doing all that shit? You just take it out the washing machine, put it in a dryer, and you've got a clean pile of clothes. And as you use them, you put them in the washing machine. I'm efficient, man. Efficient. Is it? Oh, it could be. No, that'd be cool, eh, Daniel? If he get the vote of confidence, the board give Pochettino our full backing. You know that he's gone within 2 weeks. Then every time that happens, every time, man. Daniel E. Everton were missing their two best midfielders, yet we struggled to boss that midfield. Yeah, we did. Yeah. I thought Everton were pretty lousy, but they still played a bit better than us on the day. But, oh, well. Yeah, oh, well. There we go. We're still fifth, man. You know, there was a lot of people at the beginning of the season saying, oh, it's a free hit this year. I don't care if Spurs finish 8th. Well, to be in 8th place at the moment, let's have a look. What would we have done to be in 8th place? Yeah, 8. Yeah, I don't know if we finish 8th. Yeah, it's a rebuild, isn't it? It's a rebuild. We're all right. Rebuild, free hit. So there we go. Look at us, 5th, 7 points off the top. Lovely jubbly. 8th place, Brighton. There we go. 35, 9 points behind. 3 losses. There we go. 3 losses. 3. One lost. Oh, they've drawn. That's drawn a load of games, but it's the equivalent of 3 losses, isn't it? 3 losses. Seeing some of the fan base right now and the meltdowns they're having over us losing 5 games, what the hell would they be saying if we'd have lost 8? No free hit. There's not even a free hit for finishing 5th, let alone 8th. Load of old bollocks. Derek Smith. Oh, you know what this means, Derek, don't you? You know what this means? Oh, no, sorry. No, wrong. Sorry, I got confused between people. Good morning, Derek. I got there in the end, man. Morning, Derek. Morning, Paul. Coover 99. Feels like we still have issues with fatigue, and I'm making a big assumption that's what explains some of those odd substitutions we scratch our heads at. Yes, you know, I was thinking about this the other day, man, and I think you're right. And I was thinking, so, I mean, let's use I don't know, the Højbjerg skip. I'm just picking these 2 names, man, right? So, you know that you are only going to get half an hour out of Højbjerg. So what do you do? Or maybe you get a half out of him. Let's say you can get a half out of Højbjerg. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just making up a silly example here. Do you put him on? Do you start him then, or bring him on in the second half? And I think that's what's happening with some of the substitutions. Is that, you know, I see what was it, that twat Paul Merson? Ugh. When he's saying, "Oh, we should have started Kulu instead of Johnson," and I you know, probably I haven't watched. I've got fed up with watching Spurs channels, to be honest, at the moment. But I'm sure people out there saying we should have started Cooler instead of Brennan Johnson. Well, sorry, we should have started Cooler instead of Johnson. But you know, if players aren't lasting the full 90 minutes, then we have to change it around, don't we? But I think if I look at a case in point of Brennan Johnson, I think like at his first couple of games, he was like buggered by 50, 60 minutes. He's not buggered quite as quick now, and that's what's going to happen with our players. They're gonna get fitter and more used to the demands. This is something that's happened in previous Ange teams where it takes them a while to build up, not just the match fitness, but also the resilience. You know, so you get less hamstrings and shit like that. This sort of thing does happen. You know, a bit more injury because the training's very intense and focused on match minutes. It's trying to simulate matches. And we will come through the other side of it, you know. It's just a painful process. But yeah, I think you're right, man. Fatigue. We'll get there though. Yes, Aaron, we played poorly and drew away to a team getting away with plenty of gamesmanship. Yeah. And that's, you know, in some ways that's the wonderful thing about football, that it isn't exact. I know the twats that run the game think they can make it exact with VAR. It's impossible. It's what keeps it, I don't know. Sometimes you get the things go your way and sometimes they don't. I remember I heard Steve Perriman talk. What was he talking about? The way he describes it, he it's not the rubber, the green. He calls it, sometimes the ball bounces your way and sometimes it doesn't. I like that way of putting it. Adrian Chia! Anyone finds it bollocks that every single passage of play of every game is analysed to death? Oh, dude. It does my head in, man. You know, sometimes when I do like a match review, and I think like, you know, I kind of think, you know, my detailed descriptions of the game is not up to it. But then I'm thinking, well, that's not what I do, and that's not what I get out of a game anyway. I'm more of the overall flow, the feeling. Football's all about emotion to me. All about emotion. If it wasn't emotion, you wouldn't watch it. You wouldn't give a shit. It's all about emotion. So it's more about the ebbs and flows and the intensity, which team is on top at a particular time, that kind of thing. And I think the problem with analysis, what they do after the fact is they'll bring it up on the board and they'll have their names under it and then the fucking arrows going everywhere as if it was some sort of predetermined thing. So that before the game, you know, Ange is up there with his Sabutio magnetic board on a wall or whatever, moving these, you know, doing a lot of that. And I think it's not like that. It's like people running around on a pitch. So without so much design in there, but people like to put design in after the fact. So look at me, I know so much about football, whereas I guess that's why I sometimes, you know, a bit of negative self-talk. It's like I don't think I know as much about the game. It's like, no, I actually know more because it's all about emotion and none of this shit. The old negative voice, man. See, every game is analysed till death, and so-called fans are cherry-picking different moments to suit the narrative they have. Yeah, which. I mean, I get that though. I'm not, you know, if you've got a point of view, that's just life, isn't it? If you've got a point of view, you are going to naturally pick things that support your point of view. I don't think that's like, I mean, when you're talking about football, it's quite harmless, isn't it? You know, our brains recognise patterns, you know, and things like that. I can tell you, like when I've learned a bit about foraging and I go out for my nature walks. And I'm on it, and I've been learning what's edible and what's not. When you get a little bit practiced at it, I'm out of practice now, and you know what you can eat. It's like the food leaps out of the. It leaps out. It's like neon. It's quite a weird old thing. The way our survival is to recognise things. So if you know a particular plant is edible, you can see it out the corner of your eye and you go, oh, there's one, you know. So we do pick patterns. I'm going off on a bleeding tangent here, man, but you know, we do pick patterns and things that all back up your narrative, and you know, that's just what we do. We all do it, man. It's called bias, and everyone's biased. I'm biased. Everyone is. Everyone is. The ones that people that say they're not biased are full of shit, man. Full of shit. Absolutely full of shit. Everyone's biased. And bias isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm not talking about prejudice. That is, I agree, Paul. What about foraging and plants lighting up? Midfield is key at the moment. Okay, yeah. I think the players are not yet trusting themselves to do all the things Ange wants instinctively. When that comes, it'll be popcorn time. Yeah. There's been a lot of chopping and changing in the midfield. Hard to get a rhythm. I think Pierre and Skip they're just not going to, I don't think they're going to get it. I just don't think they're going to get it. But Basuma, Sarr, Bentancur and Madison definitely have got it. So, yeah, interesting times, man. Adrian Chia. It used to be so simple growing up. Just win, lose, draw, goals for and goals against. That was it. XG, I still don't know. What's it? I'm guessing XG is goals against. I don't even know what it is. It's a lagging historical data statistic. It's absolutely meaningless. Spurs between the lines. Hello, Mia. Big up, Paul. Hope you're well. I'm all right, man. Nice to see you. Derek Smith put a comment on your rooftop video this morning. I can't remember which one was yours, man. Got a few. Yeah, I was on the roof this morning. Have a look here, man. Oh, I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it later. I do read them all, but I can't remember specifics, you know. Derek Smith, great morale builder, giving the fans football they like. The effect is astonishing. I know. Weird, eh? You pay your money for a ticket and you watch a game of football. I've been doing a bit of scouting, actually, because the football season's about to get started here. And I'm going to, I feel like going to see some games. So I'm not going to see the A-League crap. I'm going to go and watch my local New South Wales Division 3 side, Gleysville and Ride Magic. Daniel E. Who the hell said anything about boring football? Just because I've got a different opinion, don't assume something about someone I said, no, you know what? You're getting a yellow card, man. What are you on about? I said nothing about, yeah, well, you said game management, seeing out the game. Like, if you find that exciting, this is what I'm saying. If you find that exciting, if that's what you want to see, then start a campaign to bring back some of our previous managers. It's boring. It's not football. It's anti-football. That's what I reckon. I am disagreeing with you. But I'm not disagreeing with you in the fact that if that's what you find exciting and that's what you want to see, then you know what to do. Because you ain't getting this under Ange Postecoglou. It is not happening, man. It's not happening. Forget it. No game management. Nothing. Nothing. Never in a million years is Tottenham going to do it. They can like it or lump it, really. Spurs between the lines. Bless that scallywag Poch. He's done wonders, hasn't he? He's done wonders. It's been Potteresque. Lampardian, his effort. Three-legged dog, g'day, man. Hi, Paul. I'm loving having such an exciting future for our team, yeah. It's going to be a great time for the next few years. I reckon so, man. I'm on board. Woo-woo. Future music trod in dog poo yesterday. If I'd have walked on the other side of the road, it wouldn't have happened. Well, why didn't you? Why did you walk on that side of the... See, that's what people are like, eh? Oh. Why'd you do that? Because I'm a human being, you know? Just do things. Kuva, Jose probably is Chelsea's best bet to be honest. I know it's still a shit bet though, isn't it? Still bad. A clever manager doesn't matter right now. They just need drive and personality since they have no leader on the pitch. I don't think it's enough, man. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I mean, I hardly watch them play. That's what I like to think. I think they're going back to their natural state, Division 2. Daniel E, big up. I just get so frustrated with conceding last-minute goals. Just frustrates me. Hold on for another 120 seconds. How do you hold on, man? How do you hold on? That's the thing. How do you hold on? Doing what? JD, great to see you, Paul. Players still coming back to full fitness. What effect will Sonny coming back out? It'd be magnificent, man. It'd be magnificent. Getting our captain back. Get some goals. Get some good vibes about the place. Yeah. Can't wait. Donna Cullen, Wagwan. Miss Debbie, Wagwan. Donna Cullen. The Outlaw. I think we're going to absolutely ragdoll Brighton this weekend. We could do. They're very up and down at the moment, aren't they? They're more down than up. So I reckon we've got a good chance there, man. Good chance. Home crowd, get the boys going. Should be a fun game. Mr. Thizface. The really good start, though, the really good start threw people for a loop. Easy to forget, we're just getting started. Yeah, of course, man. And look, we had a load of disruptions. And so, maybe taking a step back, but we'd already taken 10 steps forward. So we're only we're still 9 up on the deal ahead of last year. So, yeah. Sorry, and in my experience, anyone with the definite opinion that we live in a fair and just society hasn't been subjected to the intentional and effective biases of our institutions and social justice systems. It is the Hotspur Hippie. It's not, see, you get a lot of Hotspur, but you're gonna get a little bit of that. I agree, man. When you've got let's just take a random population base of Australia that consists of 3% of the population, yet there are over 20% of that demographic in prisons. They're Aboriginal people are 8 times overrepresented in prisons. Says something, man. Says something. Yeah, it's disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. Alan Bennett, England's favourite taxi driver and playwright. Looking very smart. Congrats on the 2.5k. Did I get there? Did I? I saw. I was about 3 short a while ago. So what's happened there? Is it official? Ooh, look at that, eh? 2502. It's all right, it's just a number. I don't get too hot up on it because there's always a bloody number higher. It's like, dog chasing a car. Thank you very much, though, Alan. Thaddeus, well, thanks to all of you as well, Pretty cool, man. Thank you. Adjudicating the rules of football is like measuring the coastline of British Isles. That's a good way of putting it. The more you zoom in, the more there is to measure. Uncertainty is implicit in the universe, I think. Yeah. And what a good referee does, what a good referee does is keeps the game going. Keeps the game going. So if a player is doing a bit of rough justice on the pitch, you let them go a little bit, but not too much. You just want to keep the game of football is the important thing to keep going. And you want it to be as competitive as possible. That's why there is a rule that says the referee shall administer the rules as they see fit. Woo, train riders! Oh, you know what this means? Woo, the truth is out there. It's the man from Florida. Hello, peeps. Hello. How's everyone doing? Well, apart from the odd alien invasion, not doing too bad, man. Have a rest of the week. Have a great rest of the week. Okay, thanks, man. 5:10 a.m. road trip to Tallahassee, Florida capital. Wow, is that? I can't remember how big Florida is. Oh well, we'll have fun. Drive safe, man. Drive safe. Alan Bennett, have you got a tie on? Can't see Sky Sports. Have you got a tie on? Can't see. Do you throw these ones at me from time to time? Is it because I've got a shirt on? Got to do some washing tonight, man. Adrian Chair, THFC should hire you to add some pre-game psychedelic effects instead of the boring Oh, God. Cell phone light show, man. Ban phones from games altogether. At least I thought there'd be something. I thought, right, they've probably spent a couple of million on developing this bloody bullshit, haven't they? So what I would have thought, but I'm stupid, but it's an idea. I might write this myself. Can't be asked. So what you do is, because everyone's got tickets online, I'm guessing they're all online. So you got the app knows what seat you're in, doesn't it? It knows what seat you're in. Because all I saw on that mobile phone display was like just random, they were pulsing in time with the music a bit, and then it was a bit higgledy-piggledy. But if you know where everyone's sitting and they hold their phone, you could just light up their phone, you could synchronize it, or you could have a Mexican wave coming around or something like that. Or just a big message. Maybe you have, happy birthday to people, or piss off Arsenal, just scrolling around the crowd. Wouldn't that be fun, eh? What do I know? But you look like arse, man. Look like arse. Paul, I don't want boring football. I want sexy football. I just don't want us conceding so many last-minute goals. That's what I understand what you're saying, man. But my thing is, right, if you want sexy football, you're going to have to put up with it. Because the way you get sexy football is to play sexy football no matter what. You have to do it. If you've got the mindset of, we'll play our sexy football that you like, and I like, and everyone likes it, but under certain circumstances, we're not going to do that, then you're not practicing, you're not testing yourselves under the hardest conditions. Because, look, we have conceded some goals in injury time. I don't think it's as disastrous. I get what you're saying. You don't like it, though. But when you start being able to cope with that through attacking football, then you can play attacking football all the time, can't you? That's what I'm saying, is that the more you do it under the harder circumstances, the easier the more natural it becomes. You can't do it if you say, no, we're not going to do it we're not going to do it here, we're not going to do it there, because that's in the players' brains then, isn't it? At some point they're just going to go in their shells a little bit, So look, the more we do it, the better it will get. I guarantee it, Daniel. It'll be better, and then you'll really enjoy it. You'll really enjoy it, the whole lot. And you'll love all the last. I mean, I'm sure we've got a few injury time goals as well. Let's have a look at the other side of the ledger, mate. Let's have a look at the other. Injury time goals. Premier League. I don't know if I know we scored a couple, but I don't know if it's a huge amount. Can I find this? Nah, of course I can't. I can't find anything. I know we scored a few though, haven't we? We scored a few because we've been playing to the whistle. Got to play to the whistle, man. So this is an Ange thing that he talks about, is don't play to the scoreline or the scoreboard. Just play your football. That's all you've got to do. Just play your football, no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're 5-0 down, 5-0 up. It's the first minute, the 10 minutes, the 90th minute. You've got to trust your football. Sorry, and I'll happily take a yellow card for our team and stay on the attack for the rest of my time for the pit. Hang on, that's wrong. I'll happily take a yellow card for our team, yep, and stay on the attack for the rest of my time on the pitch. Yeah, of course. Of course. Hi, Paul. Hi, Kev Knight. I took a look at our remaining fixtures yesterday. We play the top 4 at least once. Win 50% of those games. And we're definitely in the mix with everyone else. Everyone else is very beatable. Yeah, well, that's right. You're right, aren't you? Yes. That's 3 points of all of them. That gap at the top goes from 7 to 4. Everyone else is very beatable. We've beaten a lot, most of them, haven't we? That is great to hear your thoughts, Kuva. Yeah, it's always good to hear Kuva. I enjoy your presence in the Spursosphere. It's a little ray of sunshine. It's good. Daniel E. Brighton are due a trashing from us to make up for that game a couple of months ago. They destroyed us in their game. Oh yeah, that was pretty bleak, that one. Yeah, no, it's revenge time, man. Revenge. Let's see how Brighton do. Wouldn't you be pissed off if you came from Hove, though? Because Hove never get to look in. Derek Smith. Football is not about perfection, it's about courage. It's about imagination. It's about going to places where others don't dare to go. That's an Ange quote, is it? Oh, he's so naive, isn't he? Andy, hi Paul, remember the time an assist was just a pass? Yeah, I know, it's just setting a goal up. Setting a goal up. That's what, yeah. Oh, he set that up nicely. And it wasn't like every goal had one of those either. The setup had to be something quite, definite, if you know what I mean. The striker or the goal scorer, it was more like a volley, a shot, one first time shot, something like that. As soon as a player gets the ball and has to do something, zigzaggy with it, how can the other player claim, it's just doing your bloody job, isn't it? I know, man. It does my head in. And the fact that they keep account of these things. Like someone who wins a penalty gets an assist. Are you mad? Future music, audio, visual, atmospherics are completely beyond them. Yeah, these corporate people have never been to a real party. Hey, I know, man. Ah, dear, oh dear. Yeah. The fun you could have, like, if you did it properly, even though I hate technology and phones being at games because people are videoing the bloody game instead of watching it, you could do something really quite flash with, like, 60,000 mobile phones where where the position of them all. It's not going to be 100% perfect. People can swap phones, fuck around in seats or whatever. It's going to be pretty good, though. Here we go. Big Vic needs to eat the G because he's let 2 goals in? Come on, man. The Dream-O-meter is still at 76 points. We've gained 16 points over last year. It's looking really good. Looking really good. And I think on the Pro Rata, it is 72 points at the moment. 72. Daniel, yeah, you're right. He's got to stick to his philosophy all the way, mate. And even though I really hated Conte's brand of football, and I got to the point where I didn't want him at the club, I still was of the opinion, right till he left, that he shouldn't change his style. That's the only hope we've got is to do what he says. So even though I hated it, all that 5 at the back crap, if he changed his style, we would have been beaten by so many more teams, I think, So I think you've got to stick to a manager's style of play, whatever that is, even if it's boring. So I'm not just singling Ange out there. I think that's the only hope in football. You've got to do what the manager says. That's it. You see the mess Manchester United are in because Ten Hag saying, I can't play the football. Can't play the football I want to play because I don't have the players. Is he South African or Dutch? I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It's good. Okay, yeah. Last minute goals, but I'll never moan at the football now playing. Well, You can never stop it, man. Yo, sorry, Hover the Illawarra. Yes, man. Yes. Well, I was chatting to mate today, Mountain Bushman, about St George, who we bought during the summer. No one. And he said, bloody West Tigers have bought Jerome Luai. Oh, oh my God, how do the West Tigers do that? He's great. He's one of those players you'd hate to play against. Yeah, the Illawarra, man. Illawarra. Maybe they were the Hove Steelers. Fucking Illawarra, man. Get out my bloody club. Pack up and go. The height of the Illawarra Steelers, to think they're an equal partner with the St George Dragons, winners of 11 premierships in a row, a world record. Bayern Munich might beat it this year, but don't look like it. Future Music, we would have loved that equaliser if it was for us and we needed it. Yeah, I know. Derek Smith, song suggestion playing when the players walk out on the pitch. Welcome to the jungle. Well, they got to get rid of that fucking Star Wars Phantom Menace music, haven't they? God's sakes. Does my head in, that does. Dun, 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 dun. Jar Jar Binks. Daniel E. Paul, what do you do when Sonny returns? Do you put him in the middle and Richie on the left, or keep Richie as the centre forward as he's put himself in a position where he can't drive it? Oh, bugger if I know, man. There's pros and cons to all of it. You know, I think you're right. You know, Richie's really been coming alive in the middle. But that's kind of Sonny's spot sometimes, although maybe stick him out on the left. I don't know, man. There's arguments for everything. You know, like, well, there's definitely arguments for Richie and Son playing. Is that what you're saying? Richie in the centre forward. I think Son on the left and Richie in the middle is okay. I think that's all right, but I'll just wait to see how it happens on game day, man. You know. All right, folks. Hey, that was a good stream, everyone. Thanks for popping in. Sonny more lethal on the left. Stick him there, please. All right. Well, there you go, Daniel. That's a quorum. You and Adrian have decided that that's the way it's going to be. Well, folks, time for me to pop off. Lovely stream. Thank you very much. Bit of grist for the mill. Thanks, Adrian Cheer, for the super chat. Thanks to all the commune members. Actually, you know what I can do? I haven't done this for a while. I forgot I can do it every month. Let's just dish out some free memberships. I think I could. Can I do it? Membership gifting. Can I do it? Yeah, I can do it. There we go. You don't get bugger all for being a member, but I might as well do it. There we go. Let's do all 10 in one go. I can do 10 per month. $5. There we go. I'm not paying for it. It's not like when you lot do it. You got to pay for it. I'm free. Nepotism begins at home, man. All right. So who got the memberships? I'm so generous. Dave O, Donovan Osterreicher's lurking around. Nice to see you, man. Edward White of Oz, Nick Brown and Richie B. And Future Music, Liam Smith, Mikael Gregorio, Bob Down Under, and Hotspurs. There you go. I mean, you look at the members only section, there's bugger all on it, but, you know, you get a nice little star next to your name. It's all right, isn't it? All right, folks. Well, on that bombshell, time for me to fade in the distance. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Kept it going well past its sell-by date. If you click like and subscribe and got me over 2,500, thank you very much, folks. Onwards and upwards. And if you haven't, that's all right. Watching it's all right, you know. Puts money in my purse, just watching it. If you watched it afterwards, I hope it's been entertaining for you and distracted you away from the of life. And until next time, folks, I'll just say peace and love, man. Peace and love. And as I cue up the end, because I forgot, come on, you Spurs!